Theonicle, and I'm here for you with a plugin spotlight. This is a plugin made by GUIreport. It's called GUIreport. It's a very neat and powerful GUI report GUI. It's pretty much what the name says. But through it, players can report other players. They can put in a website with evidence to it, like YouTube or Imgur, whatever you want them to be able to do. And also, it's just very easy to review those reports and immediately handle them. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how it works. You will have to have MySQL for it. So that's not that hard if you have a server running. Most of the times you already have MySQL, so it's pretty neat. You need a spigot server, obviously. Just download the jar file, put it in the plugins folder. Like this, you run the server. It will say that you'll need to connect to the database because it didn't do it yet. Error connection to the database. Yep, that's normal for the first time, obviously, because you still need to put in open with, please. You still need to edit the IP port, database, and username and password of your MySQL connection. As soon as you do that, you can just start up the plugin normally, and everything will work. It will create a few tables, but that's neat. Okay, what you also can do in the config file is you can make a cooldown. The cooldown is on default set on 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, a player can report. If you don't want anything, I think you can do 0, and we'll do it. It will just instantly refresh for them. You can, if players are muted, sometimes if a player is muted, they can still do like me, and through that they can talk, or they can do /r. And if you don't want that kind of stuff, you can just put it in here, and that's solved. If you see any bypass or any way, you can just put it in here, and they're not able to. If you want to get certain websites on where players can post their proof of hacking, pretty much, or whatever rule breaking they did, you can put it in here. It's HTTP. Let's say I want Google. I wouldn't recommend Google because you can always do almost anything. Oh, I forgot my // I'm stupid. It's like oh, I'm doing stuff. So yeah, now I added Google, so now they can put any Google link in there as well. But you don't want to put Google in. You might want to put some other websites in. And if you really don't want any restrictions, you just take these away, and they can put anything in. But then again, anything. So be aware for that. Last, we got a bypass punishment. You can put yourself or the server owner or whoever you want to not be able to be banned in here. So GUIreport is the creator of this plugin, and he's put himself in as just for an example. Okay, so now we've gone through this. Let me just close this. I'm gonna put my own config file in. I already set it up. Let's see, maybe I want to tell you something about the messages. You can edit a few messages as well. You can your ban message, if they try to log in, or pretty much this is all what you can edit and can see. It's pretty cool. It's all self-explanatory. Okay, so I'm gonna start my Minecraft up, start the server again with right config, and I'll be right back. So now it should be starting up all fine with the correct database plugin, and because I already had my database running, it already had the tables made, so it didn't do it again. So that's pretty cool. It successfully created or successfully started up the database. That's awesome. That means we can start up the server. So I just logged into the game, and I'm gonna show you guys what kind of commands this GUIreport has. If I do /help GUIreport, you will see all the commands it has, and you already knew how this works, but still. So it has ban history. That's pretty cool. You can see all the bans a certain person already had. You can reload the config from in the game. That's pretty neat as well. You can kick a player, mute a player. That's pretty self-explanatory. You can ban a player. But here comes the cool part: the report. If I want to report, let's say I want to report Theonicle because he's way too awesome, and being awesome is not allowed on the server. So if I do /report, you will see what you will have to do to report a player. You will get a whole list. What did that horse do? That's really weird. Okay. If I do /report Theonicle for being awesome. See that I don't use any spaces here. That's because in this part you cannot use any spaces, and you should keep it kind of short too. And then the evidence. The evidence can be an Imgur link or a YouTube link for now, because I didn't set up any other websites. So let's say I got an Imgur link where I made a screenshot of Theonicle being awesome. Look at him. He's always being awesome. So let's say I just took a screenshot of him selling here right now, and he needs to be banned. I need to type in, or I need to copy the link pretty much, and okay, I cannot type, but that's fine. So this is the link. It's obviously not a real link, but if I do /report, Theonicle is gonna get this new report because he's opt. If you're opt and you don't want to get a report every time a player reports another player, you can do /report message, and now all the messages have been disabled. Let's see. If I try to report Theonicle again, he doesn't get a message this time, so that's pretty cool. So let's say someone decided to report Theonicle, and I want to see what kind of reports there are. So now I can see there are 2 reports because I reported him twice. There can be a whole lot of them, and all kinds of different people, different links, different stuff. If I press on one of the 2 papers, it opens up this options menu. This options menu, you can accept the report, you can view the evidence. This gives the link to the website, or you can say deny the report. If you deny a report will delete it and nothing will happen. If you view the evidence, like I said, the link will come up. If I do yes, you see it's a wrong website. It's a wrong link, but ooh. Okay. So you can see the link. You don't have to click it if you don't trust the link, but that's why you put in the evidence checker. So you don't get any false links. If I go to reports again and go back to the report, I can accept report because obviously he's being way too awesome, and I can choose here to temporary ban them. I can mute him, or I can permanent ban them. Permanent ban, I couldn't permanent ban Theonicle because he's way too awesome, and yeah, let's just say I'm gonna want to temp ban him for some time. There are a few steps you have to go through here. First is the time, and you'll get years, months, days, hours, and minutes. So 4 years, 12 months. If you don't want to if you don't want to ban someone that long, you can just skip until you get to however long you want to do it. If let's say I want to ban someone for 15 minutes because he needs to be timed out for some reason, I press 15, and now I have to type the reason and why I want to ban him. Here you can use spaces whatever you want. You are banned because you are Theonicle. Let's do it. Because you are Theonicle and way too awesome. And as you can see, Theonicle left the game. He has been banned. If I try to log back in, you will see that he is still banned, and you will see the time that he's banned, and also you can put in an appeal if you, a server owner, want to be able to let players put in an appeal. You can click here. If you don't want this, you can delete this at the message config. So that's pretty neat. Let's just unban him. Theonicle. I can't type today. Sorry. and he should be able to join back in, and he does. That's pretty neat. There are also, for now, I don't have any permissions plugins where I can set up any permissions. But this plugin does provide permissions for any plugin you use. You can give all these kind of you can give all these kind of permissions to other players, whoever you want. If you want them to be only able to certain players to report, then you just give this to certain players instead of all the players. And in default, only ops have all rights, so you'll need to set that up. I think this is pretty much the whole plugin. If I check my reports again, you will see that the ID number 1 is gone because it's handled. And if I want to say deny the report, it also will be deleted, and you will see it in the chat. The report of ID 2 has been denied. And also, if someone else is working on the same report as you are and you denied already, the report will get deleted. So that's pretty neat. You won't get double bans or double denies or whatever. I almost forgot to mention the report system. Ban history, pretty much. Ban history Theonicle. If I do the ban history Theonicle, you can see every single ban that person had. It has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just goes on and on. It's a whole list. But yeah, you can see why he has banned and who banned him. So that's pretty neat. Also, what I didn't show you yet was what happens if you get muted. If I mute someone, you can mute someone just by mute Theonicle, but you can also mute him by going into the reports again. And if he has a report open, you can just mute him through that. But this is pretty cool, because if I want to mute Theonicle for like 50 minutes. Oh, let me just do one eye, please. The player has been muted. If I say, hey, it says, you can speak as you have been muted. What's up? Doesn't work. But like I said, you can do hey, because I didn't disable that command. If you want certain players to still be able to do certain commands or do not certain commands, you have to put it in. So this is a pretty cool plugin. It works like a charm. It's pretty configurable to your own taste. This is my review, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and bye.